Welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving deep into two coins that might be sitting unnoticed in your collection. The 1970 Australian 10 new pence and the 2003 Australian 10-cent coin. At first glance, they may seem ordinary. But what if I told you that one of them is linked to a historical transition in Australian currency, and the other might quietly be rising in value among collectors? We'll uncover the secrets behind their designs, surprising facts about their mintage, and why these coins could be far more valuable than you ever imagined. So don't skip, because just one detail could be the difference between pocket change and a rare collectible. Trust me, you'll want to watch this video till the very end. First up, the valuable 1970 Australian 10 new pence coin. The 1970 Australian 10 new pence coin may look like just another ordinary piece of old currency, but what's hidden behind its design, history, rarity, and confusion with other coins could be the key to a massive financial surprise. If you have this coin or come across one, don't ignore it. Watch this video till the very end, because you might be holding something far more valuable than you ever imagined. Now, let's dive deep into why this coin is so important, why collectors are searching for it, and what makes it stand out in the world of rare Australian coins. The 1970 Australian 10 new pence coin is one of the most misunderstood and underrated coins in the country's decimal coinage history. Introduced during a very specific period of monetary transition, this coin was never part of mass circulation like other coins of its time, and that's a big part of its value today. It represents a very short-lived overlap between British and Australian coin designs, and that's exactly why collectors are hunting for it. Unlike the standard decimal coins introduced in 1966, such as the 10-cent coin featuring the lyrebird, the 10 new pence coin stands out with a name and appearance heavily influenced by the United Kingdom. This coin wasn't minted for everyday transactions. Instead, it was part of a limited production intended for use in specific locations, such as British military bases in Australia, and possibly as test strikes. That limited production makes it scarce. And when a coin is scarce and hard to identify, it becomes valuable. Let's talk about the design. The obverse of the 1970 Australian 10 new pence coin features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Mackin. This version of the Queen's profile was used across many Commonwealth coins at the time. It's elegant, dignified, and highly recognizable. But the reverse is what often causes confusion. The coin shows a lion, a distinctly British symbol, making it nearly identical to British 10 new pence coins of the same era. This similarity has led many people to overlook it. Some collectors may have a 1970 Australian 10 new pence coin sitting in a box, completely unaware that it's not a British coin, but an Australian rarity. This confusion is key, because it wasn't issued in large quantities and wasn't used in regular Australian circulation. It's hard to find. Many of them were melted, lost, or misidentified over the years, which only increases its scarcity today. Now, let's break down what the coin is made of. It's minted in cupronickel, a durable alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It gives the coin its silver color and resistance to corrosion. Thanks to this composition, many of the surviving examples still appear in decent condition. But remember, in the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A well-preserved 1970 10 new pence coin can fetch a significantly higher price compared to one that's scratched, worn, or cleaned. If you're wondering about the mintage numbers, well, they're not officially massive. Unlike mainstream coins minted in the hundreds of millions, this coin had a far lower run, with many experts estimating only a limited quantity was ever produced for special purposes. That low mintage is one of the strongest reasons this coin could be worth a lot of money today. And here's a major point. Some examples of this coin have been sold privately or through collectors' markets for hundreds and even thousands of dollars, depending on condition and provenance. There are rumors and listings where sellers are asking for outrageous amounts due to the coin's rarity and misunderstood identity. While not every coin will make you a millionaire overnight, if you find one in uncirculated condition or tied to a proof or test strike, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Let's look at the historical background. The 1970s were a period of economic and political evolution in Australia. The country had just moved to a decimal currency system, and was still closely aligned with British coinage. The use of the term new pence was a carryover from the UK, and the coin's design was nearly identical to British counterparts. But that short window of shared coinage design only lasted briefly, and Australia quickly moved on to its own unique national coin designs, like the platypus, lyrebird, kangaroo, and echidna. That makes this coin an artifact of a unique transitional moment in the nation's currency system. Another reason collectors chase this coin is the mystery around it. Unlike coins that have full government mintage reports and public circulation data, the 1970 10 new pence coin exists in a kind of gray zone. Some coin guides barely mention it. Others classify it under special issues or exotics. That mystery makes it even more intriguing, and where mystery exists in coin collecting, value tends to follow. So what should you look for if you think you've got one? First, check the lettering. Make sure it says new pence and not just pence. Second, inspect the reverse for the lion design. Then confirm the date, 1970. If it meets these criteria and it's not worn out or scratched, you may have a serious collector coin in your possession. Another big tip, don't clean it. A clean coin loses value in almost every case. Collectors want original patina, even if it looks dull. So if you've got one of these coins, keep it safe and untouched. And if you really want to assess it, consult a reputable coin dealer or numismatist who specializes in Australian or Commonwealth coins. You might also come across these coins in family coin boxes, flea markets, or bulk coin lots. Because of how closely it resembles the UK version, many sellers don't even realize what they're offering. So if you have a sharp eye and know what to look for, you could literally turn pocket change into profit. Now here's something else to consider. Over time, interest in transitional and unusual coin issues tends to increase. Coins like the 1970 10 new pence gain attention for their scarcity, for their story, and for the fact that they often fall under the radar. This coin is not just metal. It's a snapshot of Australia in a moment of currency transition. And because it stands between the old and new, British and Australian, its historical value grows with every passing year. Collectors today are becoming more sophisticated. Many are looking for unusual pieces, coins that aren't obvious but carry deep stories. The 1970 10 new pence coin fits that profile perfectly. It's rare, it's misunderstood, and it has a historical story that connects Australia with its British past. These are the coins that often end up as the centerpiece of a collection. Even if you're not a full-time collector, holding onto coins like this can be a smart move. Their value is likely to appreciate, especially as more people become aware of their existence. There's also the potential for discovery. What if you find one with a mint error, a double strike, misalignment? These kinds of variations can multiply a coin's value dramatically. So, if you're watching this video because you heard this coin could be worth something, you're right. But the truth is, it's not just about money. It's about holding a small piece of a bigger story. The 1970 Australian 10 new pence coin is more than a collectible. It's a window into a time when Australia was defining its own currency identity, one rare coin at a time. And if you've stuck around this far in the video, that already makes you smarter than 99% of people who overlook these coins every day. Because now, you know what to look for, what it means, and why this coin could be hiding in plain sight, waiting to surprise someone who takes the time to look a little closer. Now, we'll explore the legendary 2003 Australian 10-cent coin. What if I tell you this coin can make you rich? Yes, you heard it right. The 2003 Australian 10-cent coin might look completely ordinary to most people, but for coin collectors, it holds some fascinating details, historical importance, and subtle features that could make it a hidden gem. If you've got one in your drawer, purse, or coin collection, don't ignore it, because by the time this video ends, you'll know exactly what makes the 2003 10-cent coin special, what to look for, and how to tell if your coin could be worth much more than its face value. Let's start by understanding what this coin represents. The Australian 10-cent coin has featured the same reverse design since its introduction in 1966, a detailed and artistic image of a male superb lyrebird, designed by Stuart Devlin. This design remained unchanged for decades, including the 2003 issue. But what makes the 2003 version worth examining is not just its appearance. It's the mintage figures, condition variations, and the interest among collectors that surround it. Now, the obverse of the coin, the side featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, is where you'll first notice a difference compared to earlier coins. In 2003, the Royal Australian Mint used the Ian Rank Broadley effigy of the Queen, which had been introduced in 1999. This portrait is sharper, more modern, and widely regarded for its more realistic representation compared to earlier versions. It's part of what defines the modern era of Australian coins. One reason collectors pay attention to the 2003 10-cent coin is its mintage. While millions were produced, it wasn't one of the highest mintages in the series. That alone doesn't make it rare, but it does make higher-grade versions harder to find in circulation today. Most 2003 10-cent coins now show signs of wear, scratches, or dulling, which significantly reduces their collector value. However, if you have one in uncirculated condition or part of a mint set, its appeal to collectors increases dramatically. Let's talk about condition. Like most modern coins, the difference between face value and collector value comes down to grading. A circulated 2003 10-cent coin may only be worth 10 cents or slightly more to some hobbyists. But a coin in mint state, with no visible wear, strong luster, and sharp detail, can be worth significantly more. Collectors look for full strikes, no contact marks, and consistent surface shine. In higher grades, this coin can easily reach prices multiple times its face value, especially if demand for this particular year increases over time. Another thing to watch for is potential errors. Australian decimal coins are no strangers to minting mistakes, and while no widely publicized errors have been confirmed on the 2003 10-cent coin, that doesn't mean they don't exist. Double strikes, cuts, off-center strikes, and die cracks are all possible in any year. If you happen to find a 2003 10-cent coin with one of these features, you could be holding something extremely valuable. The error coin market is always hot, and unique examples often sell quickly. Now, why should you care about a coin that's only a couple of decades old? Isn't it too recent to have any real value? That's a common myth in coin collecting. Many coins gain popularity and value over time because of scarcity and high grades, historical context, or collector demand. And the 2003 10-cent coin is quietly building attention. It's old enough to be considered vintage by some collectors, yet recent enough that many people still overlook it. That's the perfect window for hidden value. Let's look at another reason this coin is worth attention: packaging. In 2003, the Royal Australian Mint released annual coin sets that included this coin in pristine condition. These sets were popular among collectors and were carefully preserved. If you can find a 2003 10-cent coin still in its original mint packaging, or from an official proof or uncirculated set, the value is significantly higher than the regular coin pulled from change. These versions are especially attractive to people building full-year collections in the highest grade possible. The demand for complete date sets of Australian coins is always strong. Collectors aim to gather one example from every year, and they often want them in the best condition possible. That means the 2003 coin, when found in mint state, fills an important gap in those sets. And since not everyone saved coins from that year, the number of top condition examples is relatively low today. There's also the growing international interest in Australian decimal coins. Thanks to online marketplaces and global forums, more collectors from outside Australia are starting to pay attention to coins like the 2003 10-cent. Whether they're fascinated by the lyrebird design, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, or simply collecting by theme or country, this increased demand boosts market interest for common year coins in uncommon condition. Here's another angle to consider: personal discovery. Coin collectors are increasingly turning to coin roll hunting and change searches to find interesting pieces. The thrill of finding a coin from 2003 in stunning condition among circulated coins is very real. That thrill, combined with the potential for real value, is part of what keeps coin videos like this exciting and important. You never know what you might find. So how do you check your 2003 10-cent coin for potential value? First, gently inspect it under good lighting. Look at the high points of the design, the lyrebird's tail feathers, the queen's hair, the lettering around the rim. If these areas show little to no wear, your coin may be in high grade. Next, look at the edge for signs of even wear. Then inspect for any signs of errors, die cracks, or other anomalies. If you find something unusual, it could be worth further investigation. Another helpful step is comparing your coin to reference images or consulting coin catalogs. Australian coin guides, websites, and forums often include photos of high-grade coins, errors, and varieties for comparison. Some even list recent auction prices, giving you an idea of what buyers are paying for top examples. If you're serious about evaluating your coin's value, consider submitting it to a coin dealer or joining a numismatic group. Local clubs and online communities are full of experienced collectors who are happy to help identify potential varieties or errors. They can also guide you on whether your coin might be worth selling, trading, or holding for long-term value. The truth is, not every 2003 10-cent coin will be valuable, but the potential is there, especially in the best grades or with unique characteristics. And that's what keeps collectors searching. It's not just about one coin. It's about the adventure of discovery, the history behind the design, and the possibility that something simple and small could hold surprising value. As time passes, coins like the 2003 10-cent will only become more collectible. The population of coins in excellent condition will shrink as more are lost, damaged, or spent. Those who hold onto high-grade examples now may be in the best position for future value. And those who keep learning, searching, and staying curious about coins like this one are the ones who benefit the most. So next time you get change at the store, don't ignore the 10-cent coin. Flip it over, check the date, and take a closer look. You never know what story is hiding on that small, shiny disc. The 2003 Australian 10-cent coin may not scream rarity at first glance, but it has all the ingredients of a future classic: history, design, variation, and collector interest. All it takes is one great find to change how you see it forever. Keep your eyes open, your coins close, and your curiosity sharp, because sometimes, even the smallest coin can lead to the biggest discovery.